When speakers, especially inexperienced speakers, begin to prepare a talk, their biggest fear is not having enough to say to fill the allotted time. Most people worry that they'll run out of material in the middle of their talk, but they respond to this fear in a misguided way. They puff their presentation. They wind up trying to cram the story of their lives into their 15 minutes at the podium. The presentation gets bigger, but instead of really growing, it just swells. This is an especially dangerous pitfall for new speakers, since it's usually an unconscious process. The principle of knowing what you're talking about doesn't mean you have to say it all. You say just enough to fill your time effectively. You leave your audience wanting more, and if you've truly mastered your subject, they'll know that there is more. You'll project knowledge to them that's above and beyond your actual spoken words. To reach this level of mastery, you should begin preparing 10 days to 2 weeks before the event. Start your preparation by sitting down with a pencil and paper for 20 minutes, no less and no more, and writing at least 50 questions about your topic. 50 is the minimum, but you should definitely try for as many as possible. Write your questions as quickly as you can. Don't give them a lot of thought at this point. That's why the 20-minute time limit is important. This stage of preparation is a sprint, not a leisurely stroll through your mental library. During the first 20-minute session, what you're really doing is creating an outline for your talk, and I want to stress the importance of putting this in the form of questions. Research shows that this is much more stimulating to the brain than a conventional outline, and since you're not supplying answers at this point, it can also be done much faster. The answers will come later in other sessions leading up to your talk. Let me repeat. Your first session should be limited to 20 minutes, and it should be done the old-fashioned way with an actual pencil and paper. Now in your second session, you'll start supplying answers to your questions and providing evidence for your ideas. This is when the computer becomes an essential tool. Begin by creating a document file of your questions. There should be at least 50, and quickly writing an answer for each one based on your own knowledge. Write this just as you would say it if you were sitting in Starbucks with a good friend. Unlike your first session, you don't have to limit yourself to 20 minutes, but don't feel as if you have to answer all of your questions either. Just keep at it until you feel your energy start to fade. And resist the temptation to use the internet to gather information. That will come later. Right now, your job is to access everything you know about your topic, which is probably a lot more than you think you know. It may take you several sessions to answer all the questions you wrote down, but that's no problem as long as you begin at least 10 days in advance. Just make sure that you complete your answers with 3 or 4 days left before the date of your talk. In those final sessions, you can surf the internet for facts and figures to enhance what you've already written. And remember this, you don't have to report everything there is to know about your topic. Ideally, you have total mastery of your subject, but that's for your benefit as much as for the audience. Mastery allows you to feel completely confident in your role as an authority. It's not something you have to demonstrate in the actual words that come out of your mouth. So pick and choose the really pertinent and hard-hitting information that you want to include. Think of your talk as a special meal you're preparing in your home for some honored guests. Don't think of it as a full-service restaurant. Sometimes there will be presentations for which you have little or no prior information. Other times the opposite will be true. For example, if you're talking about your own life or career, you'll already have a wealth of material on the subject. Your problem then is to select and arrange the information. Don't try to tell your audience everything, because it can't be done. Your talk will come off as sketchy and fragmented. On the other hand, if you're talking about something that's less familiar to you, avoid trying to cover this up with excessive research. Just be frank with yourself and your audience about your relationship to the topic. You don't have to say you feel inadequate about it, but you don't have to pretend you're a total expert either. You might want to take only one phase of your topic and enlarge upon it.